on my way. I'm on my way. I'm on our way. I just need to U-turn it right here real quick. Let me put my seatbelt on. Well, it doesn't. Come on, you guys. Let's do this. Alright, so. Yeah, I was so tired yesterday. I was all online trying to order the universe. I'm a very picky spender. If it's $20, I need to make sure I'm getting a lot for it. So I had ordered some ASEA last week, and I think I told y'all the package came and busted up, so I reordered it, but the person had a good price for the stuff. The stuff was only going for like, I think it was going for like $20, $19 he was selling it for, but it was $4.99 in shipping. And I'm like, no, I need to get two, so can you cancel the order? When he canceled it, he sold out on them. So then I found another guy who was selling this stuff for like $40 for two, and shipping was like $3 or $4.99, whatever it was, but it was a really good price. Y'all, that ASEA stuff is really, really good, really good. So I'm waiting for that to come in because I really need that. I feel like, I don't know, I need to start hitting the gym up because the older we get, the more I realize my body like, hold up, I can't do things like I used to do. I'm still like, I don't understand what happened to my finger yesterday. That was like so not like for my finger to go numb just by holding something. So I'm like, Mona, you got to take care of your health. You got to take care. I had a weird dream yesterday. It was my coworker. He's a boxer, so he won a fight and got a G off of it. And then I saw what looked like the scenes flash. It looked like colonial times or something, and how people were embracing other cultures, and they were putting that certain type of stuff on their table. I don't know. The dream was really, really weird. Yeah. So I'm so happy I don't have to get up early to drop Symphies off. All I have to do is just go, which is like a breeze. But yeah. I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I wanted to discuss this morning. I forgot what I wanted to discuss. Oh yeah, I'm just so grateful to have a job. And I'm early too. I don't have to be to work until 10 o'clock. It's 9. And I'm pretty much like 20 minutes away. So it's cool. And I got my it's not Starbucks. It's Mona's coffee. I put it in the Starbucks thing for fashion, I suppose. And y'all know this is supposed to be the cold stuff, not the hot coffee, but I couldn't find my thermostat. I left it at my job. My cousin sitting in the house, she done got addicted to the game Sims, so she playing it on the Wii. I woke up in the middle of the night, I'm like, girl, you still up? She like, oh, she playing that daggone Wii, so you living dangerous. Time goes by so quick. It's like I want to do something when I get off of work, but by the time I get off, it's like it's time to roll. I'll probably tell my cousin, let's go. I don't know. Thank God it didn't snow today. But I'm thinking, is I get off at work at 5, so is it too late to take the kids to Chuck E. Cheese or something? I don't know. And I'm trying to take Symphony to the aquarium on Monday, somewhere where she can have fun. Or like, I wish it was like a kids museum. There is a kids museum in DC. I think I may want to take her there. I want to take her somewhere where she can run and just rip. And I'm really excited that Monday's a holiday because she doesn't go to daycare. And that's my off day anyway, even though I'm still working for something else. But she's with me. So I'm like, all right, we're going to go do something. I got a lot to do, y'all. I got a lot to do. I got a lot to do. Hey. So, I'm going to get in here. I'm so grateful, y'all. I'm just so grateful to be going to work. Y'all don't, I know I say that a lot, but these last 2 years, pinching pennies and crumbs, you know what I'm saying? Trying to figure out how you're going to, God made a way. He made a way. He made a way. And I'm going to tell you something too. You know, when God blesses you, make sure you are a blessing to other people. If you have to send tithes out to love of a child or, you know, food for the poor, make sure you look out for them. Because when you look out for the less fortunate, when you feed the poor, God is going to watch out for you. You know, the scripture says, never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their seed begging bread, nor their seed that lendeth. I got my mother knows. I gotta remember the remainder of the scripture. Y'all remember. But bottom line, when God bless you with something, make sure you're a blessing to other people. Because when God sees that you do for other people and he sees what you do in secret, he will bless you. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you do that, you know, because I'll be like, Lord, and you know, like the other day, I'm like, shoot, I'm online picking out stuff to buy. Although the things that I buy are very thrifty. But I was like, before I spend this, let me go ahead and pay my tithes. Let me go ahead and send that out to something else. You know what I mean? Because God watched after me, and he watches after everybody. He watches after the less fortunate too. We all gotta give back, you know. I need to do better, you know, way more better than, you know, what it used to be, but and yeah, y'all. So I'm trying to figure out what can I do with a 2-year-old with a 2-year-old that's jumping off the roof. I told him I'm gonna call you Noodles because she loves her noodles. But yeah, yesterday I juiced some baby spinach. I had a little bit of fruit in it. I juiced that and it's crazy. Then I ate 2 bowls of cereal. I need to get better with my health. So yeah, I'm on a grind. I'm on a mission. At the other property, I gotta rent these 2 units. I'm gonna hurry up and get those filled out so the owner can get off my back. And then I'm gonna hurry up and meet the quota over here. And then I gotta make sure I push my business for the water. You know what I mean? Then I gotta start looking for the houses and stuff that I want to go in. But I'm really starting to get used to Virginia. I am. But I wish they had open houses like on Mondays and Tuesdays. But usually open houses are on Sundays. And that's another thing too. I gotta make sure I take my test because I gotta renew my real estate license. I'm about to push it real hard. If I say to myself, if I know how to do property management like it's nothing, like I can rent an apartment to, I can rent a condemned apartment to the president. I can. I'll be like, look, this is historical stuff right here. Yeah, it has cracks and a little bit of things, but if you dress it up real nice, it's good. I mean, it has a lot of charm with it. But anyway, if I can get in real good with how I do with leasing and property management, and if I take that same type of skill for my own business, see, that's another thing too. Like with my own business, I am the marketing director. You know what I'm saying? I know what the look. I know what the look is. I like the look. You know, I want it to be this, and that's too. We got to take new photo shoots with the water and everything. We got our UPC code, so we're going to be putting a new what's the name out. But what we really want to do is put these vending machines inside of these local schools. You know, so I'm gonna push hard for that too. And what else am I going to do? And I'm gonna push hard with my real estate license. And if I have some downtime, I'm gonna try to go for my law degree. I'm really like, but you know, every year makes a difference. I mean, by the time I finish that, Symphony will probably be like, what, 8 years old? So, but I need to really make up my mind on what I'm going to do right now. I really do. One thing I'm not going to do is go into debt. I'm not. One thing I'm not going to do is go in debt. I like, you know, I'm not going to do that. I mean, but I've always been pretty good about that, not going into debt. Let me tell you what I did, like far as credit, right? Like bringing up. Let me tell you the easiest way to bring your credit score up. Get a secure credit card. This is how I did it. I got a secure credit card. And I used the card for one thing and I ripped the card up. But, you know, some people are very good. Like me, I'm very good now because I'm not in my early 20s. Like I'm not a compulsive spender. Although somebody, like my father-in-law, told the judge I was a compulsive spender. I'm like, you think I spent a lot of money at the thrift store? I spend things I need. I spend things I need. You know, what are the things you need? Okay, like furniture, you know, like, but it's certain type of furniture, only like antiques and stuff like that, because you got to be careful about what type of furniture you get. Patio furniture that you know you would have paid like $800 here, but I only paid $50. Things like that. Yeah, I couldn't believe he said I was a compulsive spender. But anywho, getting back to my plans. I'm gonna do that, y'all. I'm just gonna grind. I ain't got nothing else to do, you know? I ain't got nothing else to do. Let me tell you something too. When you work a lot, you don't really have time to go out and spend it. Even though you're supposed to have fun and spend money. That's the whole purpose of working, right? So you can enjoy. Even the Bible talks about that. You know? That when a man goes out and work, he can enjoy what he has worked for, and he can enjoy and, you know, utilize his funds the way he wants to and relax in doing that. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts on this earth, especially materialistic things, forever. You know, they're used 1 minute. You know, isn't it something to really think about that? Like, for instance, I was looking at this thing on YouTube yesterday. And it was on a beach, and it didn't wash up, but the sand uncovered. It was a huge 300, I wouldn't say 300 mile, but it was a huge ship. This ship was used back in like the 1920s. And back in the heyday, the ship looked good. But now you see it's underneath the sand. Nothing lasts, you know, on this earth. Eventually it's going to crumble. Yeah, I suppose you can use this too for regular. I mean, I am using this for regular coffee. But I got a taste for everybody walking with their book bags on. They got their drinks. Look at these folks, they running. These guys are getting it. Man, I need to get out there and start running. I used to run really fast. They used to call me Sonic. Honey, I can run like the wind. And trust me, if it ever gets a dire situation, I will be able to run like the wind with my daughter on my hip. She'll be thinking, oh, this is fun. Let me tell you, when I was like, how old was that? I had to be like maybe 10. I was talking to my father about this. One time it was me, my father, my mother, me, my sister Lisa, Carla, and my brother Solomon. We were all walking, right? And my parents were talking about, no, I can outrun you. No, I can outrun you. They was talking about outrunning each other. And we were all walking to the apartment, right? Please tell me I can find. This is 101. This is going to be cutting it. Okay, this is perfect. I got them a space. If they can fit this truck up in here. Yeah, so anywho, so we were all walking, right? And whoa. We were all walking, and my father and my mother was just like, man, he was like, I can outrun you. She was like, no, I can outrun you. No, I can outrun you. They was just going back and forth. Next thing you know, all I heard was on your mark and set. Like me and my sister, we was looking at them like, you know, you're a kid, you look at your parents like they old. Yo, they said on your mark and set, go. They both was like, whew. I was like, me and my sister was we were in shock. Like, our parents can freaking run. Like, me and my sister looked at each other and we started running like crazy trying to catch up to them. And my other brother and sister, Carla and Solomon, they were young. They had to be like maybe, I think they were probably maybe 6 and 5 or 5 and 4. They was just holding hands and clack, 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 clack. They was running behind. But I'll never forget that. I keep telling my father that, like, the way y'all ran, that was crazy. I would never forget that. I would never, never, ever forget that. That was just some crazy stuff. Like, they was like, they were gone. I was like, wait for me. Me and Lisa, we was trying to catch up with them. It's fun to see. I don't know. When I look back at that, I think at that point as a child, I really was like, they know how to run. They know how to run. I had a really good childhood. My mother and my father got in a lot of arguments. Those were the shaky times. But when they were together, like, we really had a great childhood. Like, my father, he was a fun father, man. We would play hide and go seek, and I remember one time, me and my sister Carla, we thought we got away from my father. we was running down the hallway. We thought, yeah, we got away from my father. My father took this huge pillow and said, whew, that giant went in the air and pop, pop. It just, both of us went rolling. But we had so much fun, like, when I was young. We had so much fun. And it's crazy because my father will always tell me this story, and I remember it too. I used to be swinging on the swings, right? And you know how the swings had these little prongs right here. I used to put my feet in it, and I used to be swinging, and I would swing so high in the air. And then when I'm all the way in the air, I would take my feet and I would just jump up and then sit down in the seat and then swing. Like I would be so high that my father was like, Ramona, stop swinging that high, girl. Get that. Like, he would be telling me to stop swinging high, right? And then, and when I put Symphony on the swing, she loves going high, and it reminds me so much of myself when I was on the swings. Like, I was dangerously going high though. But Symphony be wanting to go high, and as a 2-year old, I'd be like, girl, I don't know if these people are gonna be able to fit right here. Alright, let me put my stockings on. My stockings with my. I don't need these today. I honestly don't need to put no stockings on for real, for real. I was brought up old school where you needed to wear, especially if you had a dress on, you better put some stockings on with them pumps. But I guess these new folks, they don't wear stockings anymore. And I think it's so it's so, mm, I wasn't bought that way. You need to have some stockings on. Just because, I guess that's the new thing now. Am I getting old? Am I getting old? Am I getting old? Nope. I mean, I need some more of this. I need to stop it. Sometimes, you know what? You may want something and you buy something and be like, oh, I don't want that. I'm not a materialistic person. I guess it buys time. You know what I mean? Yeah. But anyhow. But yeah, when I was young, I had fun. And I was telling my niece, I was like, when we was young, we went outside and we played. Y'all remember that? My sister told me you should do a book called Shady Side. Shady Side, y'all, was the place to be when you was a child. All of the kids. It remind you of the Sandlot on 5,000. We had so much fun when we were kids. Like, we had fun. We played dodgeball. We was at the pool. I remember one time, I don't know if I told y'all this, but I was with a group of kids and we decided to go on an adventure through the woods. We got lost, and we was following the leader. We got lost. We were going through tunnels, underground tunnels. We was seeing wreckage and stuff that we never seen before. It felt like an adventure. And around that time, I was like a tomboy. So I was, hanging out with the boys, but they were all nice. Like when I was going down the steps, they were like, "Here, come on, Mona. Come on, Sonic." Like, they were like brothers to me, or like little brothers. And y'all, we were terrified because it was like as if we didn't know where we was at. And the guy was like, I know where we at, I know where we at. And we were like, man, all of us started to think like, are we ever going to find home? And then we ended up coming, through some woods. We on Pennsylvania Avenue. When I tell you, all of us was just like, yes, kissing the ground and stuff. We were young. But it was like, looking back at that was like an adventure to us. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember walking to school and we got joned on like crazy, but we had so much fun. It was called Shady Side. I remember Shady Side, Rushtown, Homer Avenue, Tooley Street. It was like, we had fun. We had fun. Kickball, football. I was in all of that. And then, you know, then kids get older and start liking boys, and that whole thing changes. Nobody wants to, you know, because all of the older girls will call me dirty because Mona was always out there playing football and basketball. So I was called dirty or whatever, you know. I used to get joned on when I was younger. I remember one time me and my siblings, we went to camp, and I think the entire camp tried to jump us on the way home. They was all hiding in the bushes trying to do. When I look back, I'm like, what? Why was everybody picking on me? I used to get picked on a lot when I was young. I used to get picked on a lot. I was scared of everything. I got picked on a lot. And when I was in junior high, I started to act bad because I was like, if I'm bad, can't nobody pick on me. But then when I was in high school, it's like I bloomed. Everybody that picked on me, they used to join on me. They used to talk smack about me. They were all like, that's Mona? That's Mona? That can't be. I showed up to their proms too, because my cousin still went to the school. So when I showed up, they was like, that's Mona? That's Mona? That's Mona? And I remember one time, one of the girls that used to pick on me when I was in elementary and middle school, when I started going to Dunbar and DC, I was a cheerleader. Matter of fact, I was a cheerleader and I was the homecoming queen. But I was a cheerleader, and I'm out here cheering, and I could hear her talking smack like, oh, she was dirty in my school. She ain't this, she ain't that. I mean, she was talking smack. Some guy was like, man, if you don't shut the F up and take your bam self back to Maryland, like they went on her. And I was like, I ain't say nothing. But from there, I fell in love with DC. I fell in love with the schools because it wasn't like when I was in middle school and high school, you had the popular people and then you had the have-nots. Like when I was in school, you had different groups. You had the nerds, you had the football, the cheerleaders, you had the divas, you had this. So everybody was everybody, but everybody chilled. You know what I mean? Like nobody was in my school. There was no fights in our school unless it was somebody coming from another school that we was beefing with. And I remember that when we was cheering, I guess the cheerleaders were so pissed, the squad that we was going against, that they was looking a hot mess and we was looking fly, that my best friend, they was hating on her, thinking that she was telling us their cheers and they was a hot mess. So they had a plot to kind of think they was going to jump my best friend. But I remember the captains, I mean, we used to, that's crazy. Me and my best friend, we was like in our own clique of our own. So we didn't really care too much about the other girls on the squad. But when it came to us performing together, we was all one unit. So I never forget when not the coach, but when the team leader, the captain on the squad, she was like, if anybody jump out there, you better jump in it, you better jump in it. And we was all like, yep. You know, even though sometimes we all break up when in our own thing and do our own stuff, but when we went out there as a unit, we went out there together. You know what I'm saying? So if anything was going to go down, we was together on it. That was one of the best cheerleading squads I've ever been in. And that movie, Bring It On, I really believe that they took that from us for real, because when we went to King's Dominion, we went against, and not that race has anything to do with it, we went against an all-white squad. And I remember when I got back on the squad, because I had to do night school, when I got back on the squad, I had to learn the cheers and learn the routines, and I was a flyer, so I was one of the people that they threw up in the air. I had to learn all of this in a matter of days. So I was like, well, what squad did y'all go against? When I saw that squad, I was like, these chicks was doing heel stretches. They was doing double twists out of heel stretches. I mean, these girls were like, you could tell they hired a choreograph to do their stuff. They were freaking good. That when I saw, I said, "This is the squad that y'all lost against." They lost against them by, I think Dunbar came in second place, but this squad won. So when we competed against them in King's Dominion, you know, our coaches had us out there at nighttime on the blacktop going over routines. And I remember one coach, she was like, "You guys are good. I'm glad my squad isn't going against y'all." But we knew that these girls that we were going against, they was doing stuff that we was like, I mean, they were doing like Cupid bows, heel stretch, double twist down, you know, basket toss. They was doing all of that. We were doing twist downs and basket toss, and we was doing the spell outs and stuff, but we were really stiff with our stuff too. So when we went out there and they was like in second place, we was like, okay. Because when I saw that squad, when I saw them, I was like, well, we came in second place, y'all. Because I looked at that squad like, ah. But y'all, when they said in second place and they named the other squad, we was screaming like crazy. We won by a point. We won by a point. But we was going home freestyling, going back to Dunbar, like, yeah, we going back to the city. That year was the best year because our football team won. Our basketball team had a championship. Our baseball team was on it. Our track team was like that. Our swimming team was like that. And then the cheerleaders, we came home and we rocked them. I mean, we went out of town against this high group. And these girls, I ain't gonna lie, you know, like these girls was it. And we came back home and then we beat the championship in DC too. So yeah, I miss high school. We had a really good time. We wore them jackets like, yeah, everybody, you better watch out for that Crimson Tide, honey. Yeah, we was getting it. And our coaches, they were the best coaches. They were very good mentors too. Like, you wanted to keep a good grade point average, like for real. But y'all, look, I gotta get in. You just really wanted to keep a really good grade point average. Like, my coaches, like, they were the best. They were the best coaches ever. They were very classy too. They were like the women that you wanted to be like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if they got coaches like that these days, but they really pushed you. You had to make a good grade point average. And I think if it wasn't for me being a cheerleader, I think that I probably would have been in some mess because you had to keep a good grade point average. You had to show up for practice. So I stayed couldn't be in a boy's face because I'm at practice now, you know. But if it wasn't for them, I think I probably would have went somewhere else. And then when I ran for Miss Dunbar, you know, like, I was going against a lot of these bougie girls. You know what I'm saying? I was going against a lot of these. I mean, these girls is bougie as heck. And my grandmother designed my dress and everything. And I won. I won that. And then after that, I ran for Miss District of Columbia. I lost that. I mean, that was after high school, though. But it was still fun to actually try to go into a pageant. But yeah. But anyway, that was enough of my flashback. Y'all have a great day. I got to go to school. I mean, not school. I got to go to work. All right, y'all.